I've been noticing that social media and going through my feeds on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn has become more and more of a frustrating experience for me. I get really annoyed. And so I spent some time to see, why is this frustrating me so much? What is changing on social media? What is the algorithm doing to me? What's it doing to my mental health, my headspace, my emotions? And why is it feel like it's really damaging? So if you saw in my other video, I did this little experiment where I analyzed all the posts and all the stories that were being shared to me and figured out, well, which ones are valuable and which aren't. And it basically came out that there were 2 that were valuable and then the rest of them were just rubbish. And then we're also being fed lots of ads and lots of meaningless just junk in the notifications, in the feeds, in the stories. And if I'm not getting much benefit from it, then what am I doing and what do I need to change for myself? So if you saw my video on content creation, I wanted to make a commitment to myself for this year to only create valuable content and be able to give out value that's going to be meaningful for other people, not just for myself. Now, as someone who consumes social media almost on a daily basis, I need to be making a commitment in terms of what I consume as well. So for this year, the commitment I have is to seek value. So not just create value, but to seek value. Because if it's not valuable, then I'm just wasting my time and filling my head with junk and getting more and more frustrated with social media, with the world, with people. And that's not healthy. That's pretty toxic. So having a commitment to seeking value and trying to create a revolution for myself for self-care, a digital self-care revolution. All right. So how can I go about this? Firstly, I want to be deliberate about what is being fed to me, because there is so much junk. There are mechanisms in place, particularly within these platforms, to say, actually, I don't want to see this content. I want to hide it. I want to filter it out. I want to mute these pages or people or groups, whatever it is, that are not serving me or helping me. So wanting to prioritize the accounts that do align to my values and to my interests. Actually take time to filter out the posts and the stories and the things that are not helpful for you. Switch it off, unfollow it, mute it, whatever you need to do. When I engage with social media, if I comment or I'm going to be part of a conversation, I want that to be a positive experience for myself and for other people as well. So I want to commit to engaging meaningfully with other people, and that's going to help to foster positive interactions and to create thoughtful interactions with the communities that matter to me. So much of this is about protecting my mind, protecting my heart, because when I just scroll through mindlessly, it affects me. So there are some things I can do to protect myself. Putting time limits on. The apps provide, iOS and Android have the capability for this digital wellness and to be able to put time limits on how much time we spend within different apps. So I've set that now, and I know that's been really important for me to reduce how much time I spend on there. Also, just being mindful of notifications and switching off notifications so I'm not getting pinged all the time about things that I don't care about. It sucks away my time, it sucks my attention, and I don't want that anymore. Another thing that we can do is to practice a digital detox. Now, this isn't something that I've done, and I don't think I'm going to switch off completely. Some people do a week or a month or something like that. I'm not in a space to do that because so much of my interaction does rely on social media. What I am going to be doing more is once a week, switching off for half a day or a whole day and just not touching it. And in that way, that just helps to clear my headspace, reduces the amount of screen time I have, and help me to maintain the balance. I want to commit this year to having like a healthy digital consumption, and by doing that, committing to seeking value through what I'm consuming. If that's helpful for you, please join me. Let's help to make our online spaces just the best that we can do, because these platforms aren't gonna deliberately do that for us. If anything, they're working against us. So we've got to intentionally change these habits, and we can't fight the game too much, but there are some things that we can do. Be healthy, be well, and look after yourselves online.